Tom Brady cloned his dog, and this makes me really sad as a geneticist and as a dog owner. Earlier this week, Colossal Biosciences, which is the same company that made waves earlier this year for claiming that they had de-extincted the dire wolf, put out a story that they had cloned Tom Brady's dog. This came at the same time that they were announcing that they had acquired a pet and equestrian cloning company called Viagen. The way that this works is that they take a nucleus from one of the cells from the first dog, they put it into a new egg cell, and then put that into a surrogate dog, and then you get the new cloned dog. But that clone is not the same dog. The DNA is not what makes a dog who they are, right? It is the experiences, it is the bond that you create with that dog. What they have is a new dog that has pretty much the same genome as the original dog, but it doesn't have the same memories, it doesn't have the same connection, it doesn't have that same life that creates the bond you have with the dog. And I think this gets to me particularly because I lost my soul dog last year. I so understand the desire to want to bring your dog back. And when we lost her, I even said to my husband that I would never do it, but I understood the impetus that people had to want to do this, because if there had been any way to bring her back and to give her more healthy, meaningful years, I would have done it. I would have done anything. But if I were to have made a clone of Penny, it wouldn't have been Penny. It would have been a dog with Penny's DNA, but she wouldn't have remembered our trips to the beach and snuggling on the couch and all of the 1,000 daily experiences that bonded us together. Those memories, those are experiences, those are what make an individual, right? You know, we are shaped by our DNA, but we are not just our DNA. And so if people are viewing this as being able to have their dog back, that makes me uncomfortable. But the other part that makes me genuinely sad is that these clones don't just like happen in a test tube, right? You're creating this new embryo that you're putting into a surrogate dog. And the success rates for this range wildly. There are published rates that are like 2%. Viagen claims that it's over 80%. What is the quality of life for those surrogate dogs like? I'm also uncomfortable for different reasons that Colossal is buying Viagen and stating that part of the reason is for their cloning technology, but also their biobank of different species, and conglomerating these corporations that own these biobanks for endangered species gives me pause. One of the many things that my husband and I learned from Penny is that we love little Chihuahua mixes. And so after Penny died, a few months later, we found another rescued little Chihuahua mix who we named Quinn, and she has brought so much new, different joy to our lives. If what you loved was the type of breed of your dog, there are so many dogs out there that need to be rescued.